I can't remember. I don't think his dad was that dark, but his mom is black.
How do you take the peel off, gel off? Do you take polish off?
What was the question?
How do you take the peel off?
The peel off base coat? You just peel the nails right off. I have a video where I do that too. Because the peel off base coat is designed to not hold the nails. It's designed only for just like show purposes, if you will.
Oh, okay. So you don't do it for long term?
No.
No, it's just for like somebody's like gonna do a show and they're getting their nails and all that.
Or if you, practicing.
Yeah.
Practicing.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want to wear nails, or if you want to wear them for just a few hours, peel off base coat. Make sure that they fit around the cuticle perfectly. I have to show you a picture then of Mr. Machi.
Yes, you do.
And it's my dad's toy. I mean, he just sleeps with him pretty much in his arms.
Oh my goodness. So how's your dad?
He's doing okay. Thank you for asking. He's doing okay. His speech is probably the.
He's still working on it. Is he doing therapy?
No, I thought it was supposed to start on the 5th, but I guess it's the 15th.
Oh, okay.
But it's very frustrating for him because he's trying to talk to you and you're like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
My mom mocks him too. She's like, you're making up words again.
Oh, come on, Sylvia. Your mom is so cute. I love her.
But she must have the patience of a saint.
She has to have the patience of a saint.
And then I named the dog Machi because
M-O-C-H-I?
huh?
M-O-C-H-I?
Machi. Machi.
Okay.
Because that was my dad's nickname as a kid.
No, really?
And I think it kind of looks like him. And all they do is sleep. Sleep and eat. So let's get our glitters ready. So this is from the Wow collection.
Ooh,
Isn't that beautiful? And then this is from Prisma. And Prisma is that high chroma hologram. Look at that. Barbara wanted stars too, but I was like, the nail's too short for stars.
Yeah, he did. I didn't get my wish.
The oval would have fit the star, but this one's a little bit too short.
Yeah.
Because then if you remember, I always say use your better judgment when like encapsulating glitters. If you have a tiny little nail and you put a big old piece of sequins in there, a big old piece of glitter, it's not going to lay flat.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's going to lead to product breakdown and issues later down the line. So it's better to use our better judgment, as I always like to tell people.
I can relate to your dad. After 3 strokes and many strokes, my speech is gone. Oh, this is Sue is talking. My dad would get so frustrated.
It's hard. Especially because my dad, he's got a temper on him.
Yeah.
But what old man doesn't have a temper, though?
Hey. He's earned it.
So, we try not to take it personally.
Yeah, you really can't. You really can't.
You just gotta laugh at it, actually. Because I think after someone goes through a stroke, they're never gonna be the same.
Right.
They try to recover, or they recover as best as they can, but.
And sometimes, but you know that everyone who goes through a stroke and survives it, they end up on psychotropic. They take some kind of psychotropic drug.
Yeah, you had told me.
Yeah.
And it's also such a scary thing too, because there is no warning for it. There's no way to prevent it either.
No.
There's no way to know you're gonna get it or not. Beautiful. So what I did prior was I was filing the cuticle so that way it really hugs her nail. So go in with the tip. We're using Sailor Magic liner brush. Apply our glitter.
Well, Sue says the third stroke took her leg.
Wow.
She did okay with the first two. The third one took her leg. It's so interesting. My dad, I say he was the king of strokes.
Really? God bless him.
He would have strokes all the time. Many strokes all the time.
Really?
Uh-huh. And, I mean, they took his license away from him. So he couldn't drive anymore. And which was a good thing, you know, but...
Because God forbid he's driving and has a stroke.
Well, he did. Several times. Had a stroke. Ended up driving his car into an arroyo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. One time. And, you know. But anyway, he would have strokes. And so he had to take the bus and everything if somebody wasn't home to take him somewhere. And he didn't want to wait, so he'd go get on the bus. He'd get off the bus will let him off right in front of the house. He'd get off the bus, and you could just see his eyes that he had had a stroke.
Really? And he was walking and everything?
Yeah, yeah. He would have them all the time. The doctors were just amazed.
Wow.
You know, he had so many strokes, I don't know. And, you know, they say strokes come in threes. So, like, when you have one, you have smaller ones.
After.
If you have a big one, you may have had a smaller one before.
And you didn't notice it.
A smaller one after, yeah.
Like an earthquake almost.
Yeah, for the aftershocks, yeah.
The aftershock of a stroke.
Chris, is that Chris Perez? I think so. Said, hi, Max. Hi, Bubba.
Hi. Look at that. Isn't she just gorgeous?
Okay, you put that on.
No, first you put the clear press on gel inside the nail. So the nail's already pre-filed, so you don't have to do anything to it either. And then you dip the brush in there, pick up a little dab. Little dab will do you. And then you start pressing in that glitter. You sandwich it in. And then we're going to take the high chroma one, Prisma, and sandwich it in between even more. And this gives it depth and dimension.
And what did you say about the percentage?
Oh, good point. You never want to cover more than 70% of the nail in anything that you're going to encapsulate, because we want to be able to make sure that the light will penetrate all the way through.
So that it'll cure?
Yes, if not, you'll have pocket lifting. And that is one thing we want to avoid.
I'm getting excited watching and learning, says Vanita.
Oh, thank you.
Seems like I've heard of Renee Evans before. She's watching.
Sandwich that glitter in. And it's so cool because you can really control how much and how little you put in inside as well too. But I always say use your better judgment. Something that we should use more often. Oh, Barbara. Remember how you were telling me about Juanita?
Yeah.
Do you know how much she got?
Yeah.
It was over $100 million.
Yeah, I know.
124.
Actually, it was 132.
Really? But she really invested it well, though.
Yeah, hopefully.
And she kept the name.
Yeah.
She kept
That's
the
what I
name.
would do.
We're talking about Michael Jordan.
That's what I would do.
Speaking of Michael Jordan, the new Space Jam movie's coming out.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I wonder if he's going to be in it.
I don't know. Missy Jane just started out slow like I did. I now have a good amount of products. Yeah. Just order as much as you can.
And now we have Afterpay too, so you can order now and pay later.
Me encanta como trabajas los tips, los prende, y me dice mucho contento.
Ay, gracias, que amable, te adoro. So we have Afterpay too, so you can buy now and pay later, and you can pay it in increments as well too. And interest-free, you guys, interest-free.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible? Who gives interest-free?
I know. Come on.
Ain't nobody giving interest-free nowadays.
Oh my God. That's a smooth thing.
So you can do 4 easy payments
They
interest-free.
said LeBron James is going to be in the new movie? Really?
Yes, he plays kind of like the character that... I don't know if it's the same or not, but it's kind of like the same character that Michael Jordan played. So I don't know if it's the same character, but the same kind of concept.
Lisa says she loves Afterpay.
And Klarna is the other option. We got my flashy ready. Let's slap these bad boys on. So we're going to do our express technique, a little bit of press on
Oh,
gel.
we got Tracy from Australia.
Hi, good day, mate. But Pepe Le Pew is not going to be in the movie.
Thank goodness.
Poor Pepe Le Pew.
You're too funny. You don't paint any on the nail? Oh, you did. God, I didn't even feel it, Max.
I'm like, where'd you go,
I
Barbara?
don't know. I was watching the screen and reading.
I was telling Barbara that the Lucky Charms...
Tracy said good day.
Good day, mate. The Lucky Charms leprechaun I find offensive. It perpetuates Irish stereotypes. We need to cancel the Lucky Charms.
Oh, God. Oh, my shoulder just popped. I'm laughing too much. Oh.
Who's the other one? Isn't the rooster from Looney Tunes supposed to be like a Texan? Or which one of them is supposed to be kind of...
Yeah. Oh, God, I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he comes across as a Texan.
Texas Bill?
Nicole says this generation is so sensitive. She says, you know, how dumb is all this?
Which is the Looney Tunes that's kind of like a Texan?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
A rooster. I think he is a rooster.
Is it the rooster? I can't remember. I'm surprised nobody's canceled him yet.
Oh, God, they're just getting after everybody.
Poor old Dr. Seuss. And Jemima.
Yeah.
Looney
Man.
Tunes. Peter Pan.
No, Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It was Foghorn.
We need to cancel him. He perpetuates Texan stereotypes.
Oh, gosh.
They canceled Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Poor Speedy. Scrooge McDuck. Let's cancel Scrooge because he perpetuates stereotypes of rich old white men. Scrooge.
What? Pretty soon you won't have anything.
No.
Entertainment, right?
No more Mr. Potato Head.
No.
Now it's just Potato Head. But that's not cute. Potato Head. Sounds like a murderer. Like one of those B-list horror movies.
Viola said she loves watching the videos and she ordered and she loves it.
Awesome, thank you.
You don't even have to know the words, but you like the music.
It's got a nice groove to it, doesn't it?
Oops, sorry. Antonio. What did she say about Speedy? She said Speedy will be in the new Space Jam and it's voiced by Gabriel Iglesias. Wow, really?
Who's Gabriel Iglesias?
Is that Julio Iglesias' son?
Son? Because you know Julio Iglesias got like...
Sound like something you call someone when you get mad. Yeah.
You know Julio Iglesias has got like 500 kids.
Put a base coat on and cute before you put on the tips.
No, you don't need to with the express technique. Press-on gel adheres to the nail perfectly.
Queremos trabajar.
Gracias, qué amable.
I ordered the toe tips today. So excited. I saw that you have toe tips.
Yes.
I'm scared of you. Wow.
I need to do a video on them. Nazi Bahamas in the house. He's a comedian. I never heard of him.
Oh.
I thought it was Julio Iglesias' kid.
That's what I thought.
Because you know Julio Iglesias, that's a Casanova right there.
Yeah. Oh, he's a comedian. I did not know that. This is so easy.
I always say it takes longer to do the design than to put the nails on.
Can you tell me what you use to spill out the sides? I'm still trying. You get the spill out of the sides?
Oh, if you have a lot of spillage, then just use less gel. And wipe it off before you fully cure it inside the nail lamp, inside the dazzling darling lamp. I don't have that much spillage though, so I don't have to wipe up so much. If I do have spillage, it's usually underneath, and I have my towel right here so I can wipe it off just in case. And then a little bit underneath too.
They call him Fluffy.
I don't like a lot of newer stand-up. I don't know if it's PC though or not. I haven't seen any.
Oh, I don't know.
Is newer stand-up PC, you guys? Let me know in the comments below. I like old school like comedians. Richard Pryor, Whoopi. I love Whoopi stand-up.
Isn't she hilarious?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you know, you really want to go back, you got to go to Mom's Mabley.
Mom's Mabley was the OG. Back in, gosh, what was it? Like the 30s and 40s? But the things she was saying... And you know, she wasn't that old when she was doing her routine.
I know.
She was playing a character and she kind of grew into that character.
Yeah.
I also like, what's his name? Carlos? George Lopez. George Lopez also has some pretty good stand-up.
Yeah, he did. I love comedians. I love to go see them. You know, we used to manage a comedian. He passed away though, but and so we used to go to all the comedy clubs in the Chicagoland area.
And it's such a fun, like, evening, isn't it?
So it's a wonderful time. I mean, because you just laugh so hard.
And you know, sometimes you laugh at yourself, and I think that's the best medicine, isn't it? So let's go in and very, very gently. If you have any spillage on the inside, just wipe her off like so.
Somebody says something. Oh, Antonio says, I grew up on Sam Kinison. Oh my God, talking about a funny person. Sam Kinison is hilarious.
Who's that?
And Andrew Dice Clay, yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh yeah.
Take it, my dear, for a minute.
All the good ones.
My gosh. If Andrew Dice Clay would make those jokes he makes now.
Oh, no.
Boom!
I know, but he was a mess.
Good times, though.
Yeah. But, you know, it's comedy. Next, you should be given an Academy Award for the best male technician. Same as best actress or actress, no joke.
Can you imagine if my industry awarded me?
Yeah. They should.
We don't have any category for nails anymore. Well, there's NAHA, which is the North American Hairstyling Awards. They do not have a nail category anymore.
Why?
It got really, really poor reception from nail technicians. They didn't participate.
¿Cuánto duran este tipo de lunas?
Hasta que te la remuevas. So Naha doesn't have a nail category specific anymore. Nail Pro doesn't have nail competitions anymore, and they used to give out an award annually, but they only did it a few times, and I never got that. But I do have lots of other trophies from Nail Pro.
Yeah, you do. And you were on the cover
Twice.
magazines.
Nails never gave me anything though, and Nails magazine was never. You were either a Nails person or a Nail Pro person, and Nails magazine never gave me an opportunity. They never opened the door for me, and Nail Pro did. And you kind of get 86 when you.
If you do one, you're 86 from the other.
Exactly, unless you're spending those big advertising dollars on them.
Yeah.
Then they kiss your butt like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But if they offer you a cover, then the other one will kind of just be like, oh, well, this is a Nail Pro person or this is a Nails person. But now Nails magazine has gone under. I think it's only digital now.
Yeah. Well, so many magazines are digital now and under whatever.
And I personally am not a fan of digital media.
Doing the nail comps at the beauty. Wait a minute. What is she saying? Tracy is saying at the beauty expo. I miss watching all the talented nail techs. Yeah.
It was really a moment in time for me too. It was such a beautiful memory that it was what opened up so many doors in my industry for me.
Yeah. ¿Te puedes rascar sin problema?
No. ¿Qué pregunta?
I know. That's so sad. You deserve it. You deserve an award.
Oh, thank you. But I have the pink army, so that's more than enough for me.
And competition is so fierce with such incredibly unrealistic nails.
It depends the category. When you're a very hardcore competitor, when you're really in the circuit like I was at the time, nail art and fantasy nail art was not the top echelon, if you will, for nail categories. Because if somebody won in art or in fantasy or anything like that, or hand painting, you're like, oh, that's nice. But where the skills shine is in French. Because nail art is gray. Nail art it can't be black and it can't be white. It's gray because it's up to interpretation. Because if I don't think it's attractive, but you think it's attractive, if you think it's art, then it's up to the judges and what they're looking for.
Right. Right.
But in French, it's right or it's wrong.
Right. That's true. That's interesting. That's an interesting distinction.
In French, either the smile line is sharp or it's not sharp. It's even or it's not even. The nails are all... There's so much... scrupulate. We break the nail down so much in order to be able to create this perfect nail. And so much goes into it. 50% of it is the work that you do, and the other 50% is actually the hands. The nails look like that because the hands were like that. So we would always fight over who would have the best models. And the best models were Japanese. Japanese women have beautiful hands, worldwide known. They have these really long fingers with really long nail beds. And the nails look like that because the hands look like that.
Tracy said the French comp was her favorite.
Those were the ones. So I think for us, as when we were in the circuit a lot, when you would win in French, that's when you were like, whoa, I really made it, because
Yeah. It wasn't someone's opinion.
It was a formula.
Yeah.
And there's some people that are really good at painting, that can paint beautifully, just have a natural talent for that. And some people can't.
Right, that's true.
And sometimes those people that paint really well can't do nails to save their lives.
Really?
Yes.
They're just
yeah.
Painters. They're just artists.
There was this competitor from Thailand he would paint. It looked like a picture, but he couldn't do nails. He was a painter. He wasn't a nail artist.
Oh.
So he would paint. That's all he did. But he didn't know how to do nails.
Oh.
So when the painting categories, they were tips, like those really long nail tips, and they were painted prior to the competition.
Oh, well then, heck, that's not even fair.
I gotta charge my drill. She She died in the middle of the movie.
Is she?
It's okay. I got my cord right here.
Plug it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Yep. When I learned the reverse French technique, saved my life.
But before then, we would have to hand sculpt out the smile lines.
Yeah. I think when I first came to you, that's what you did.
French. And last time you were here was the first time in years that you had French nails.
I had French nails, right? Since you did them.
Mm-hmm.
Or the old-fashioned way, where you sculpted out the lines and everything.
You do the white first and then the pink.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going in with the diamond mani bit, really blending out that cuticle. Go all the way along the sides. Make sure there's no product touching the skin. That's why I always recommend to leave a little bit of space at the back. But as much of a chapter in my life as it was, there was lots of I don't want to say bad things about it, but also like disheartening because you have to practice so much, and the money, there is no money in it. You lose a lot more money than you make competing because first prize is, let's say, a few $100s. You're going to spend a lot more than that
A lot more.
to compete. Registration fees alone were like $100.
Yeah.
And then when you're in the circuit for a while, the judges know your nails because your nails have a look. You're like a signature. So then if the judge doesn't like you, she knows who your model is. She knows what your nails are. So
Yeah. Antonio says, I can extend from a tip and I can sculpt in one color, but not pink and white.
it's the hardest nail to do.
It is.
Good old-fashioned pink and white. And sometimes there's a half a point and that determines first and second place.
Second place. Wow. That's close.
And then there's always that little moment of anxiety when after they announce second place, and you're like, oh my god, did I get first or did I lose? And then sometimes they would call you and sometimes you don't, but that's part of life and it's part of growing up and part of the gig.
Yeah. I still remember the controversy between TT and the other chaps who beat her with her special
Technique.
technique.
And that's on video too.
Really?
So now we're going to go in with some shiny. But then all of a sudden one day, it didn't bring the same notoriety in the industry as what I'm doing now.
Oh.
And what I do now, I feel, is more fulfilling for me as a person.
Well, that's very important.
And it was fun, but you can't be doing the same thing forever.
No.
Waking up every day, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, to get to the convention center in time to register, to have your table set up. It was a struggle. Sometimes, and then your models sometimes would cancel on you, and I would have to use my mom as a model.
Yeah. Antonio says TT was pissed off, but she brought it on herself.
And that's why I stopped also at a certain time, because stop while you're ahead, stop while you're on top.
Yep.
So that way you don't embarrass yourself.
Yep.
That's what Bridget Bardot did. She said there was a point where I just felt I was too old to be a sex symbol, and she just disappeared.
And she just disappeared.
Look at that, you guys. Beautiful. Let's bake these for 1 minute. And you know what? I'm going to sound really old and old-fashioned, but everything has a time and a place.
Yeah. That's true.
Everything has a time and a place. And then sometimes it's past your time.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to know when to call it.
I remember.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold it.
I remember when I was in the circuit, it took about 2 years for me to get my first place trophy.
Really?
Yes. It didn't happen overnight. And I remember saying, you know, how come they win? Why? What about me? When is it going to be my turn? But it wasn't my turn. It wasn't. God didn't want me to win until it was my time.
Until it was truly your time.
I feel like Maya Angelou right now.
Can these be filled or are they short term?
Both. You can fill them or you can remove them. I usually recommend removing them and doing a new set roughly after 21 days. Yeah, so everything has a time, and it wasn't my time to win until I was 2 years in the circuit. And then when you start winning, it's like boom, 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 and all these doors open for you. I remember I got approached by another company in the men's bathroom. Because I was competing, and I was working for one company, and a rival company. I was leaving the men's bathroom, and he was like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And I was like, "In the men's bathroom? Oh. What kind of situation is this?" And he was like, "Well, no, I'm from this company," and then companies start fighting for you.
And that's when you know you were the man.
That's when you made it.
Poor woman.
Yes, because we had actually most of the top competitors were, of course, women. But the reason why I got into the nail industry was because I remember reading the publications, and the men of the nail industry at the time were like rock stars. And I really admired them, and I saw all the notoriety they had and all these opportunities that they had, and I was like, I want to be like that, and now I am. And I was really lucky to learn from them and train with them, and some of them are still around. Look at that. She is snatched. 4 days. Look at them phalanges. You ready to go to the club now, Barbara?
Yeah.
Let's get a shot with both of them. Look at that, you guys. She is ready. Easy breezy, beautiful.
Yes.
Barbara Mosley, cover girl. Well, my love, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini sculpted glitter encapsulated design. I love you guys. Stay safe. Thank you, Miss Mosley, for coming in today.
It's been a blast.
And
Bye, everyone.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.